fans have been eagerly awaiting a new PS2 game in the series.
And we've got it. Here's our review, Castlevania Curse of Darkness.
Like those pesky undead, Castlevania has returned and brought a curse of darkness with it. And also like the undead, Castlevania was more fun before it clawed its way out of the grave. The story here departs from the Belmont legacy and follows two of Dracula's former minions. You play as Hector, an ex-Devil Forge master who has forsaken his evil ways to walk the straight and narrow.
Devil forging, isn't it?
Unfortunately for Hector, his girlfriend was unjustly burned as a witch by a rival forge master named Isaac. And now for some reason, Hector is out for revenge.
I've come to exact my revenge upon you for the death of Rosalie!
Oh right, the burning thing. But Hector doesn't have to go it alone. You meet a few folks along the way who may or may not be sympathetic to your cause. Like this girl, who's only too willing to give up her boon to the first guy she sees.
But by what reason would you offer me this boon?
What? I said boon. Throughout the game, you get to make your own weapons. Though with a profession like Devil Forge Master, you think you'd be able to come up with something a little more evil than a bamboo stick. For those of you into the rough stuff, you'll be disappointed to know that there's no whip in this installment. However, the swordplay and monsters all have that distinctive Castlevania feel. What sets Curse of Darkness apart is the inclusion of the innocent devils. These are helper devils, like the little one on my shoulder that tells me to shoplift gum. Essentially, they're the demonic version of Pokémon. These little devils can be modified through the use of crystals to become more powerful forms capable of healing, fighting, and even giving Hector new travel abilities. The biggest drawback to Castlevania is how it creates length. The castles and dungeons you scour in search of evil are filled with pointless, empty hallways and rooms, traveling back and forth between them, fighting the same respawning monsters over and over, gets old after a while. Even worse, it gets boring. On the upside, you actually get to get out of the castle and see a little daylight. Well, okay, not daylight, but at least a little fresh air. Okay, fresh air filled with rotting corpses trying to kill you, but fresh air nonetheless. There are a few good boss fights to break up the monotony, like this one against this giant robot thing. Apparently, his weakness is a good swift kick in the junk. Overall, the game looks decent and it's fairly entertaining, but the redundancy of the levels is the real curse of this Castlevania. We give Castlevania Curse of Darkness a 3 out of 5.
Mediocre game, subpar graphics.
Skip this and pick up Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow for the Nintendo DS instead. We gave it a perfect 5 out of 5.
It's the way Castlevania should be.